the man who slept in the belly of a whale. The wind howled, the sea churned, and one man slept through it all. His name was Jonah, a prophet of God, a man chosen to deliver a message of warning. But instead of obeying, he ran. God had sent him to Nineveh, the most wicked city of its time, a city that Jonah believed deserved destruction, not mercy. So he decided to escape. He boarded a ship to Tarshish, a place as far from Nineveh as he could go. He thought he could outrun God. He was wrong. Night fell. The ship swayed on gentle waves. Jonah slept. Then a storm like no other erupted. Winds tore at the sails. Waves crashed over the deck. The sailors, men hardened by the sea, were terrified. They cried out to their gods, but nothing stopped the storm. Then they found Jonah, asleep. The captain grabbed him. "How can you sleep? Get up, pray to your God." Then they cast lots, an ancient way of seeking the truth, and the answer pointed to Jonah. "Who are you?" they demanded. "Why is this happening?" Jonah confessed. "I worship the Lord, the God who made the sea and the land. I am running from him." The sailors were horrified. "What do we do?" they cried. Jonah met their fearful eyes. He knew the answer. "Throw me into the sea." They hesitated, but as the storm grew fiercer, they had no choice. They lifted him up and cast him into the raging waters. The descent. The moment Jonah hit the sea, the storm stopped. The sea, once a furious beast, became calm. The sailors, stunned, fell to their knees. They had seen the power of Jonah's God. But Jonah, he sank, deeper, deeper. Darkness swallowed him whole. Then, from the abyss, something massive approached, a great fish. Its jaws opened, and Jonah was gone. In the belly of the beast, Jonah sat in total darkness. The walls of the creature pressed around him. The stench of decay filled the air. He was alive, but trapped. For 3 days and nights, he wrestled with regret. 3 days in darkness. He had tried to run. He had disobeyed. And now, he was buried in the depths of the sea. Finally, he prayed. "From the depths of the grave I cried out, and you heard me. I have been cast into the deep, yet I will look again to your holy temple." And God heard him. On the 3rd day, the great fish rose from the deep, surged toward the shore, and with one mighty heave, vomited Jonah onto dry land. Jonah lay gasping on the shore, drenched in seawater. And then he heard the voice of the Lord. "Go to Nineveh." This time, he obeyed. Reluctantly, Nineveh was massive, a city of over 120,000 people. For days, Jonah walked through its streets, shouting his message. In 40 days, Nineveh will be overturned. And to his shock, the people listened. The king himself stepped down from his throne, tore his royal robes, and declared a fast. No one, not even the animals, was allowed to eat or drink. "Perhaps," the king declared, "God will have mercy on us." And God did. Jonah watched from a distance, and he was furious. He had known this would happen. He had run from the beginning because he didn't want Nineveh to be saved. He sat under the scorching sun, waiting, hoping that maybe God would change his mind. Instead, God sent a lesson. A plant sprouted beside Jonah, shading him from the heat. He rejoiced, but the next morning a worm came and ate the plant. Jonah was angry, and then God spoke.
"You cared about a plant that lived one day and died the next. But should I not care about Nineveh, a city of 120,000 people, who do not know their right hand from their left?"
Jonah had no answer. He sat in silence, the hot wind pressing against his face, the withered remains of the plant at his feet. He had been angry, angry enough to die. But now, faced with the Lord's words, his fury ebbed into something else, something he did not want to name. The city below him was alive with the sounds of mourning. Merchants calling out their wares, children laughing, the clatter of hooves against stone. The very people he had wished to see destroyed were waking to another day of mercy. Jonah looked toward the heavens, his throat tight. He had run from God, been swallowed by the deep, and still he had been sent to deliver a message of warning. And now Nineveh was spared, not because of him, because of God's compassion. The sun climbed higher, relentless in its heat. Jonah wiped his brow, his fingers tracing the dried salt of his sweat. He had wanted justice, but God had given grace, and for the first time since he had set foot outside the city, Jonah wondered who truly did not know their right hand from their left. He was a man who ran from God, a who was swallowed by the deep, a man who saw mercy and still resented it. This was Jonah. But in the end, the story was never about him. It was about God, a God whose mercy extends to all, even to the ones who don't think they deserve it. If you enjoyed this story and want to hear more timeless Bible stories, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an inspiring story of faith, courage, and hope. Thanks for watching, and God bless.